how do we increase sales on Shopify? So this gives a perfect opportunity to have your customer make a second purchase with you. Another strategy to increase sales is there's two types of upselling techniques that I'm going to show you right now. So how do we take advantage of this? How do we get customers to leave reviews? All amazing ways to build brand awareness and get your product or service out there. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to ReConvert. I'm Lior, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the number one question in e-commerce. How do we increase sales on Shopify? So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about different tactics and techniques on how to do exactly that, how to increase your sales on Shopify. So let's dive right into the video. The first thing that we're going to want to do is understand your target audience. How do we do this? Well, there's three ways to get started. The first is to conduct market research and identify your ideal customers. A few of the things that you want to understand are demographics, interests, pain points, values. These are all things that will make up a certain type of buyer. Next up, we have to analyze customer behaviors. So purchase history, purchase behavior. What drives a customer to make a purchase on your store, and what kind of customer is this? All things that we have to understand when we're looking to identify who our customers are. And lastly, we need to take all this information and create a buyer persona. Having well-defined product personas will help us greatly in guiding marketing efforts and product development. Next up, enhance your store's appearance and UX. The appearance of your store and the user experience on your store plays a huge role in whether or not a customer will make a purchase. You have to sell them on the fact that they need to buy from you the first time around that they're on your store, because if not, it's going to be hard to get them back. So the first initial customer experience that they have with your store is going to be huge in them building trust with you. So in order to do this, the first thing we should do is pick a theme that matches your brand. Make sure it's attractive, it functions well, and it overall just fits with your brand identity. You want to make sure this theme functions flawlessly across different platforms, across different devices, mobile, desktop, tablets. You want to make sure that the theme works well with all of them. Also, you want to simplify your navigation as much as possible. A good rule of thumb is that a customer is always 3 clicks away from a checkout. This is just to make sure that you're not complicating anything too much for the customer and giving them the best and simplest experience possible, but still providing tons of value. And lastly, you want to focus on high quality images and descriptions. According to Adobe, 75 of people who are shopping on online stores will look at product images before anything else. So you have to make sure that you're getting different angles of these images, that you're also having the best descriptions possible that describe exactly what the product does, how it does it, how it looks, the sizing, everything, so that customers know exactly what they're getting and don't end up disappointed, because that's probably the easiest way to lose a customer for good, is to disappoint them and not provide exactly what you told them that they were going to get. Another great way to increase sales on Shopify is to include upsells and cross-sells. Upselling techniques are a very powerful way to increase your average order value by recommending products or services that are complementary to the product or service that was already purchased in the first place. Now, there's two types of upselling techniques that I'm going to show you right now. The first one is one-click upsells, and the second one is thank you page upsells. One-click upsells are strategically timed product offers that come immediately after checkout. This is kind of like a pop-up page in between your checkout page and your thank you page. These upsells capitalize on the moment where the customer's purchase intent is at its peak. They also allow a customer to accept an offer without having to re-enter any payment information, making it super quick and easy for them. Next up is the thank you page upsell. If you don't have your one-click upsells, or for some reason it gets rejected, you can also offer an upsell on the thank you page, which is also at very, very high purchase intent. This is almost immediately after they just made a purchase and their initial purchase. So this gives a perfect opportunity to have your customer make a second purchase with you. Okay, so let me show you how to do that real quick. The first thing we're going to want to do is go in to the Shopify App Store and go to the app listing for ReConvert post-purchase upsell. Now we're going to install the app. So now we're going to get this message, and obviously right here in bold, you see we will not charge you $7.99.99. That's there for a reason. We're just approving the charge at Shopify's request, so that if your orders go above, say, 49 orders a month, you then move on to a plan that's a bit more expensive. And as you get more orders per month, your plan gets more expensive with that, generating you more revenue ultimately. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit let's go, and you do get a free 30-day trial when you install the app for the first time. Okay, now we see ReConvert is not defined as your post-purchase upsell app. So what we're gonna have to do is go into settings. We can actually just click on this link right here. It's gonna take us straight to where we need to be in our settings under checkout. And you scroll down until you see post-purchase page, and we're gonna hit ReConvert and save it. Now we should be good. We're gonna go back into ReConvert again. Okay, so now we're gonna have this pop up, Conversion Monster Funnel. So this is basically what the Conversion Monster Funnel does. You set your max discount that you're okay with giving on a product. So in this case, we're gonna leave it at 30%, and we're just gonna go ahead and click add. And that's all you have to do. As of this point, you're done. You have your Shopify recommendations on your thank you page and in between your checkout and thank you page as well. It's a post-purchase upsell. And just like that, we can edit our trigger, for example, if we'd like, but this is how this works. Whatever someone ordered from your store, the most expensive product purchased is gonna get a 15% discount. This is also, by the way, where you can see your analytics afterwards. Next up, if they accept it, you can offer them a second Shopify product recommendation, which is going to be using AI through Shopify to recommend another product at a 30% discount. Or if you get a decline, you can offer them 30% on that first product as well. And then regardless, they get sent to a thank you page. So this thank you page is what you get on Shopify regardless, but these are customizable. So what these thank you pages can do is add other Shopify product recommendations to them. And that's it. Just like that, you've now downloaded ReConvert onto your Shopify store. You now have Shopify product recommendations in both your thank you page, and you have one-click upsells in between your checkout and thank you page as well. Next up, leverage social proof to increase your sales on Shopify. How do we do this? What do I mean by this? Well, did you know that 72% of consumers said that they listen to other customer reviews more than they would listen to what the actual brand has to say? Brand employees, brand executives, anyone within the brand, they would rather listen to a customer's review than someone within the brand what they have to say, which makes sense. So how do we take advantage of this? How do we get customers to leave reviews? So the first thing we're gonna do is showcase customer testimonials. Post genuine, real customer testimonials with the products that you're selling on your site so that new customers can come and see these testimonials and wanna buy the product themselves as well. Then you should add a rating system, add some type of product reviews app from Shopify so that when customers have a good experience with you, they can leave a review and your numbers go up, as well as they can leave images. Sometimes they can leave videos or just say how their experience was overall. And if you have good reviews, that will immensely help your brand overall. Lastly, encourage user-generated content, UGCs. So whenever there's an opportunity, maybe you can offer some type of discount. Have customers of yours create content, create videos, share them on the socials, maybe send them to you. You can use these as ads. You can post them on your socials. You can do collaboration posts with influencers. All amazing ways to build brand awareness and get your product or service out there. Another strategy to increase sales is using SEO, search engine optimization. So what is this? This is basically where you rank on Google for a certain search term. So what we have to do is we have to do some keyword research by identifying relevant keywords to the products or services that you're selling. And then you go on a website like Ahrefs, ahrefs.com, and you can use this to rank these keywords by telling you the traffic and the competition for each keyword. So you want the highest amount of traffic with the lowest amount of competition possible, and use those keywords, put them in your titles, put them in your product descriptions, put them in your meta descriptions as well, so that you can rank the best on Google. And another great idea for ranking better with SEO is to create a blog for your brand. So you can post stuff like how-tos, you can point out customers' pain points, you can show how your product can help customers do certain things. So a blog is a great idea to help your brand and your website rank higher on Google. Another thing you should do is create irresistible discounts and promotions. Put them in a position where they can't say no. You can do this by doing special offers and limited time deals like BOGO, buy one, get one. You can do free shipping for a limited time. Both great options to get people to buy from you within a certain time frame and puts a little bit of pressure on them. One powerful tactic to increase your sales very quickly is to use ReConvert's one-click upsell. And for example, you can do something like buy another, get 15% off. You should also be using countdown timers and scarcity tactics. This is a great way to encourage customers to make a purchase before time runs out. Give them a little more pressure, as we just said before. And you can also create a customer loyalty program, offer points for making a certain amount of purchases with your store so that they can then be redeemed later on for discounts or promotions in the future so that customers will keep coming back. You want to always make sure that the customers have the best experience on your store. So one thing that's very important is to make your checkout process, which is literally the most important part, because this is where the make or break decision is being made ultimately, is in the checkout. You need to make sure that this is the most hassle-free, simple process of all time. So here are some things you can do. Make sure that your checkout page is as clean and straightforward as possible so that there isn't enough time spent for a customer to change their mind. One great tip you can do is to remove the return to cart button in the bottom left. This apparently increases order volume by up to 10%. You should also enable guest checkout. You don't want someone to change their mind because now they have to create an account with you and can't check out otherwise, and they can say, oh, I don't want to do this right now, let's just exit out of here. No. You should give them an option to use guest checkout, and you can collect their information afterwards. Lastly, if you're a Shopify Plus merchant, you can also use ReConvert to add upsells to your checkout page. So this is pre-checkout, which is also extremely high purchase intent. So this is only for Shopify Plus merchants, but if you are Shopify Plus, you should definitely use this feature. So as I said in the beginning, we have a lot of tips. Here's another one. Use email marketing and abandoned cart recovery. How should we do this? Firstly, build an email list and segment your subscribers. Encourage visitors to subscribe to your newsletter, post engaging content for them, and then afterwards, once you gather enough emails and enough information about people, you can then start to segment them by customer behavior and interests, and from there, you can send out personalized campaigns, which will make your conversion rate much higher. Following on, as I just said, we're going to start sending personalized product recommendations. Use the customer data that we've collected based on browsing history, purchase history, customer behavior, and this way you know exactly what to send the customer, just as we see with Amazon when they hit us with these product recommendations, and we're shocked that they know exactly what we want when we want it. Lastly, abandoned cart emails. Very, very important. A lot of times merchants will have just one abandoned cart email, a basic template. That's not how you do it. What you want to do is have at least 2 to 3 abandoned cart emails sent out. You can space them out. The first one should be something along the lines of, hey, you forgot this in your cart. The second one can be, hey, here's a discount code. And the third one can be, your discount code is about to expire. You should use it now. This will work much better than just sending out one basic abandoned cart email. You should really invest in having a great funnel for your abandoned cart emails because you can recover a lot of customers this way and add a lot of revenue at a very low cost. As we all know, social media has a huge influence on many industries nowadays, and that's why we have to be using it. So make sure to be using the power of social media, influencers, and marketing to get more sales. So the first thing we could do is use influencers. We can reach out to influencers, send them our products, pay them to make videos for us and post them on their pages. If you're a smaller business or you're just starting out, micro influencers are a great option. They're generally between 10 and 20K followers and usually have higher engagement than the bigger pages. We can also run targeted ads. This is based on interests and demographics. You can use TikTok and Facebook ads platforms to target new customers based on what they're interested in. So as long as you find 1 or 2 good images with the right copy and you see that work, you can scale this thing to the moon with using targeted ads. Lastly, you want to make sure that you're building a community. Engage, like, follow, comment, reply to comments, reply to mentions, and make sure to be quick with it, because if someone sends you a message or mentions you in something and asks a question in the comments, if you're quick enough to answer, they'll make the purchase quickly. If you take a week to answer, you lower your chances of someone making a purchase drastically. You should also always be analyzing data. You can use Shopify Analytics. This will tell you your conversion rate. This will tell you where a lot of your sales are being driven from. So pay attention to these, see where you're getting your sales from, and make sure to double down on that. Don't spend money in areas that aren't generating you sales. Also, test. Always be testing. Use A/B testing strategies to test different landing pages, to test different backgrounds, and see what is the most attractive to customers and where you're getting a higher conversion rate. Also, as we said before, the customer experience here is everything. So make sure to show them a good time on your store. Make sure to send out follow-up emails post-purchase. It's roughly 7 times easier to sell to a repeat customer than a first-time customer. So you got to be treating each sale like it's worth at least 7 times that, because then there's also the word of mouth, which can increase your sales even more. Offer multiple support channels. You want to give the people the option to reach out to you if they need something by any means that they prefer. Make the experience for them as easy as possible. So if they want to chat you, give them an option for a chat. If they want to call, see if you can give them a call option. Email, make sure to be quick and prompt with your replies to them as well. Also, according to UPS, 73% of customers said that the likelihood of them repurchasing from a certain company comes down to how they handled a return that they had or some type of problem with a return. So make sure to have a user-friendly return policy and make it fair so that customers, if they know that they have a problem, they can count on you to take care of it as quick as possible and so that they can get their refund if they really want it. Hopefully you can negotiate something, maybe give them some credit, maybe give them a little bit of a discount so that they don't want a full return. But if they do, it's great to follow through with them so that they are confident in shopping with you. And as I just said, send out these post-purchase follow-ups. This is great because sometimes a customer will buy something from you. You should say thank you to them. They're now part of your community and they'll be much more likely to purchase from you. If you send it out a little bit later, they'll be like, oh, I remember these guys. I just got their product. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to tell my friend about this, or I'm going to purchase another one. You can actually use ReConvert to collect birthdays and then send out personalized emails on people's birthdays, which is a great way to increase conversions and really make a customer feel like they're part of your community because you know their birthday, you sent them a happy birthday message. That's something that a customer will really appreciate and feel like you actually care on their special day. So that's it for this video, guys. By implementing these strategies, you can increase your conversions and make your Shopify business stand out from the competition. Remember, success in the e-commerce space takes continuous testing. Always be testing new things and make an effort to always be adapting to new market conditions and to stay ahead of your competition in order to succeed at the greatest heights. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay posted for when I post more e-commerce hacks and tips. And thank you guys again for watching.